Hey y'all, I'm Mayer Cunningham, the special education boss. If you've ever felt confused, overwhelmed, or just plain frustrated at the 504 IEP table, you are in the right place. Every week, I'm breaking down the rules, the rights, and the realities of special education so you can walk into meetings informed, empowered, and ready to make real change. And whether you're a parent, a teacher, an advocate, a school-based member, or somebody who's just trying to do right by a student, this podcast gives you straight talk, real answers, and tools that you can use immediately. I'm not here to play politics. I'm not here to play sides. I'm here to train people who sit at the table and teach you how to follow the law, ask the right questions, and protect the rights of students. So go ahead and hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and you know what? Meet me back here every single week. We're not just talking about change. We're making it. Because when you know better, you do better. And when we get it right for the child, we get it right for everybody. Hello. We're in December now. So I can officially say my book comes out next month. So
yes, ma'am, it does.
So excited. It's now officially winter here. It was in the 40s today. So we had to, close most of the city. I guess you guys have real winter, right? Not Cindy. She lives in Florida. I'll talk about something really quickly that sort of has to be, we go over every IEP meeting. We either have the data to move forward or we don't. And if that hurts somebody's feelings at the IEP meeting, you're in the wrong vocation. If asking for data hurts your feelings, you probably should do something else for a living, because that's the only way we make decisions for kiddos with disabilities. And so I'm always going to ask for the data. Every good advocate would ask for the data. Every good school teacher, good special ed director, amazing para would ask for the data. So it's not, when parents or advocates ask for data, we're not saying you're a terrible human being and a terrible teacher. We're not saying that at all. We're saying that we would like to share in the evidence that you have for this child. And so I was in a meeting today. I won't tell you where. It rhymes with Florida. And the child reads 102 words correct per minute. And she said in the last 2 months she's been taking data, she now reads 165 words correct per minute. Give me a thumbs up if you think a child went from reading 102 words correct per minute to 2 months later she reads 165 words correct per minute. Just give me a thumbs up if you think that's true. And then I might have to chop your thumb off. What? So when we write IEP goals, they're based upon great evaluations, great data points, the last IEP progress reports. So we look at two things when we're looking at a kid for an IEP goal: rate of progress and expectancy. Rate of progress and expectancy. So we need to have that information so that we can make decisions for students. All right. So Cindy, I have my fake lunch here and my fake green juice. If you put a green straw in it, it makes it a vegetable. I don't know if you knew that. I'm happy to help you. Mm-hmm. Did you know that, Cindy?
I'm opposed to thinking about that.
Yeah, if you put a straw in it, that means there are greens in there. So.
Okay.
Now you know. Yeah.
And when you know, you know.
When you know, I mean, you know. You know?
Well, if I don't know, I know somebody who does know. Yes. What are your thoughts on periodic reviews for 504s instead of annual reviews?
Meh. I mean, I don't think much of 504s at all, y'all. At all, y'all. A 504 is a civil rights law. It's not an education law. It just isn't. So, I mean, whatever's an appropriate rate to review the 504, fine. But again, you have a child with an identified disability that should have already had a full evaluation because we've already triggered child find. But I think for a 504, an annual review is adequate, just like an IEP, an annual review is adequate. If we need to meet before then to talk about areas of concern, we can always do that.
Here's one near and dear to my heart. Is it inappropriate for a teacher in a building to hire an advocate for her own child with autism?
I don't know. Is it inappropriate for somebody to hire a realtor? Is it inappropriate for somebody to hire a broker? We wouldn't shame them. So people get an advocate because this is not their space. And so If you're a teacher, if you're a human that has a child with a disability, then you have the right to get an advocate. You have the right to have somebody represent you that is versed in state and federal law, the application of the law, the letter of the law, and how to build an appropriate, amazing, epic IEP to enable the student to make progress appropriate in light of their circumstances.
Is there anything ever that a 504 would be appropriate for in your viewpoint?
If you fold it in 4, you could put it under a Coke can. Yeah. No, I mean, probably in the last 29 years, I can count on one hand without a thumb how many kiddos that a 504 was all that they needed. But when you talk about a 504, you're agreeing that they need no additional instruction. They need no measuring and monitoring. They need no special education service minutes. So there's that.
Absolutely. In my 30 years, one time, broken arm, and they needed a scribe for the state test.
Oh, the old state test.
Yes.
That was the other thing I heard today in my meeting. We have to write this goal because she's going to take the state test. Good news, IDA doesn't say jack about state testing. It doesn't. You know why? Because that wouldn't be appropriate. Oh, don't you guys love the state test? Tell me in the comments how much you love the state test. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much do you love the state test? 10 being the lowest. Yeah.
I think I need an advocate as a specialist. Please, how do you get an advocate?
Yeah, just reach out to us at advocate@specialeducationacademy.com, or just go to specialeducationacademy.com. There's an intake form there. Somebody said -0. I would agree. We had a great vocation called teaching, and we ruined it with state testing.
Yes, we did. Is RTI meant to be used for consecutive years or for addressing a short-term need?
B. B for my answer. So RTI is a response to intervention. Is to be used for a moment. And if that mitigates the need that the teacher sees, then we're good. But RTI for years is you forcing a general ed teacher to be a special educator.
As a SDC teacher with an IEP that has not been signed in 9 months, Mom agreed, but we need signatures.
You don't. You actually don't. So if you had an IEP, you were at the meeting, all parties agreed, signatures, no signatures, caught in the shredder, not coming out in the printer, not a thing. So we would implement the new IEP.
Is it normal for high school grading policy to weight tests at 80%? It seems unjust for those with learning disabilities.
Schools can use whatever grading policy that they have, but the point of an IEP, an individualized education program, is that we would address all programming needs of that child. And so if their grades need to be weighted a different way, we would address that in the accommodations.
What do I do if I don't agree with the service time recommended for initial IEP?
So if you don't agree, there has to be a reason why you don't agree. And I would say it sounds like you're about to share some data that supports that schedule of service. And if they can share the data, then there you have it. If they just say, well, he's autistic and this is where the autistic kids go, that's not data.
Can things like attitude and attendance be put into the grading policy as part of their weighted grade?
What? Your grade is based upon learner expectations, right? So 2 things happen in a class, instruction and production. So I instructed the student at their level, and this is what they produced, and I will get a grade for that, right? Attitude, I guess everybody in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade would fail. What is that?
I disagreed with the re-eval, as it was now the district invited their attorney. Should I go alone?
You should do whatever's right for your family. I would wonder why they've invited, I wouldn't really wonder why. If they've invited their attorney, there's a reason. But go alone, get support, whatever you think is best for your family.
Do you have the same accommodations for state tests as you would do in other areas?
So you have allowable accommodations for state or district testing. So let's say that you have 10 accommodations in your daily accommodation list. All of those wouldn't be allowable on district and state assessments. So when you get to that section of the paperwork, we would have to talk about as a committee, what are the allowable accommodations for this state test and does the student need them?
A kid has severe behavior at 42, but said he has to be 43 before changing placement.
So 42 and 43 are PEMS code. They're not really 42-year-olds at the school. I know that's what Cindy was thinking. He's got gray hair and, he smokes on his way to school. No. So 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, those are all PEMS coding based upon the percentage that the student is not in general ed. You should see Cindy's face. She's like, 42? That's an old student. I guess he didn't pass the state test in Florida. We're going to hold you back.
42 times in a row. Can I, as the parent that tests have a different weight in his IEP? I'm in the state of New York.
I, as the parent, have different I'm not understanding what that means.
Oh, can I, as the parent, request that the tests have different weights for my child in his IEP?
I mean, you can certainly open a conversation about that in the IEP meeting. Yeah.
What do you do as an EC teacher if you feel like the head of your department is violating the IEP law?
You would come and train with the special education boss to be an amazing advocate from the outside in. If you have somebody that's unethical where you work, that's a pervasive problem, right? If somebody's unethical, they're going to continue to be unethical.
I'm not sure if this was answered in the last one. It just came through. True or false? Kids have severe behavior at 42, but said he has to be 43 before changing placement.
He could be in general ed all day long, and you could change placement.
We love the owl behind you.
Oh, they're little owls from Etsy. Whoo, whoo. Yeah, the owl used to be my logo. I have two over there. I don't know if you can see them. There's two little guys over there. My new logo is a light bulb, which means there won't be any more purchases because a light bulb doesn't stand up in your cubicle.
Never thought of that.
I did. My gifts just went like that. Yeah.
That's fantastic. Let's see.
Did you want to ask me about the book?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Tell us all
yes, I train special education teachers. Of course we do. We love training special education teachers. So the Epic IEP comes out next month. If you want the bonuses, you need to pre-order now. You can do that wherever you do that. So when you order it, you can come back and get your pre-order bonuses, and we'll get those too. You don't want to miss. You like a bonus, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And yours are better than like Clinique.
Yeah. We don't get a plastic bag or lipstick that nobody's gonna wear. Why did they give you the lipstick? Nobody's gonna wear that. Nobody.
Truth.
Or
why not have a swap?
Or if Clinique has a color that you do like, and you go back to get it, they go, "Oh no, that was just a promotion." What? Yeah.
Yeah. Should SPED classes have to teach the same curriculum as a gen ed class?
Well, so the curriculum is the same, right? Special education, if it's in a classroom, it's in a resource, those are state standards. If you are in a life skills, functional academic class, that's an alternative academics.
I like this one. Are you like an IEP doula or an IEP whisperer?
So I'm not a doula. That's a lady that delivers babies in the middle of rooms with no gift shop or drugs. So I don't do that. I'm not a whisperer. I bet people wish I was a whisperer. More of a chainsaw. More of a special ed chainsaw. But with really good margins. You like a good margin, don't you?
Yes. Undoubtedly, yes. Is it appropriate to have 20 accommodations on an IEP?
Mm-mm. No, there's no way somebody's going to stand up and give a 20 accommodations before they say good morning. Oh, somebody said the SPED boss gavel. Wow, I like that.
Mm-hmm. Do you train special education teachers?
I train everybody that sits the 504 IEP table to navigate and negotiate successful student outcomes. And our last live literally will be December 13th and 14th because the book comes out in January. And in January, we start the Epic IEP book tour and trainings nationally. So if you're interested in being a host location for us to come in and train on the Epic IEP, reach out to us and we will get you connected with the person who's in charge of the great United States of these Americas. And we're already booked for West Virginia, Kentucky, Florida, Louisiana. Yeah, there's another state. I'm forgetting it right now.
That's okay. Where do I sign up if I want in-depth training?
SpecialEducationAcademy.com. Same place that you could go get the book.
After the DOE awards compensatory time due to no SPED teacher for the child, let me see if I can. Oh, it ended. I need to know the rest of it. Okay, I'll look for it. Let's see. So, a student in a SPED class who can't add should be working on division because general education is?
They should be working on whatever foundational pieces in math that they need so they can build from there.
My son is on an IEP and has not come home with any classwork. Thoughts?
What are you working on? Right. So I would need you to come home with work so I can reinforce what you're doing, what we need to correct. But yeah, so I can work with you.
Is it normal to not have self-contained classes in high school?
It's illegal. You would have to have self-contained classes because there are kids that need functional academics.
Does independent work count as data? Work doesn't match the intervention data.
The data needs to match the goal that you're working on. So when I get piles of coloring sheets, that doesn't match, what the IEP goals were. So I'm looking for data that matches the IEP goals.
Wow, that's novel.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I have a student who needs a one-to-one, and I've been working with him, and they switched me out. Thoughts?
We're just not going to implement the IEP. We just decided not to do that. We're going to take state and federal funds and not do that. Feel like you've been a witness to a crime.
Where do we purchase the book to get the bonuses?
You can purchase the book wherever you purchase the books. That's completely up to you.
Got it.
Yeah.
There you go. Does your local school district SPED teachers ask you for training?
Do my local ones? No, I've trained and presented at the district that I'm in, and countless districts across these great United States. Do they ask for it, or do they ask for it? But
Either way, they get it. After the DOE awards compensatory time, is there a way to appeal a decision and request more hours?
Well, if they granted you hours, that's the decision, right? So you would have to refile.
At what point does a child need to be placed in EC versus Gen Ed classes?
When he needs that setting to make progress on his IEP goals.
Is it true that in the state of California, a private school does not follow a 504 plan?
What? I can just make stuff up. California. Silly rabbits. Yeah. I'm pretty sure civil rights happen in California.
It's a pretty big state if it didn't.
Yeah. State of confusion.
What do you do for a child that is behind in reading, but the school refuses to provide more because of Wyatt scores?
I don't know who Wyatt is, but I don't know what that means. If there's an academic need, an educational need, we provide that intervention. So
bring the book tour to you.
Absolutely. We have our federal code and we will travel. So we haven't traveled in a little bit here. That's for sure.
We have somebody asking about the bonuses, Cindy.
So the bonuses are going to Stephanie. Can you help me out with that?
Let me find it.
Okay. I know they're over $500 worth, and I know when you purchase your book, you come back and you enter your email address.
Enter your email address, and then you get early access to the Epic IEP. You get access to the private launch team, Ask the Boss interview, and a virtual ticket to the IEP Mastery Summit.
Is that on February 5th?
It is. Are
Oh
you gonna
my
be
goodness.
there?
Yes, absolutely. I still get chills, and I'm helping do it. It's so cool, and it's going to be quite amazing. Each day, my place where I ordered my book updates how many days it is until I receive my book. It's kind of like the countdown to Christmas, but even further because it's January.
And look at Bob. He's got the best question of the night. What's on sale at Talbot's? I don't know. Is Karen coming back in a new blazer?
Oh, that would be awesome. My goodness. I used to love blazers, and then I had shoulders like a linebacker, so now I have to rethink that. Excuse me. Let's see. Each time we get up to a certain amount of questions, my questions scroll, and I have to get back to where I was. There we go.
So I know we had somebody earlier tonight ask about training. So we do have upgrades as well. If you want to bring Karen in for training in your district, there's upgrade packages that you can purchase. Those include a deep dive, a monthly coaching, there's reader's guide, and a master class as well. So a lot of good information with that. If you want to reach out to our team, we'll be more than happy to provide upgrade information to you for that training.
Yes. Thank you. I had to go potty. You know what I mean? So, yes, we train advocates. We have our last live training. When I mean last, it's probably going to be the last one until at least this summer. Barbara said, Karen, are you okay? Barbara, I'm amazing. So if you're interested in pivoting, because we all know people pivot in December, they make the decision for 2026, get to this training. That would also make you eligible for the mastermind. So, but yes, we are doing a book tour, book training for all of 2026. That seems so crazy to say, doesn't it? And we'll be coming to a town near you. We're going to be in the Great Kentucky from the 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th of February. They promised me that it would be 80 degrees. I think that's what it's going to be, right? When I get there, they said that they would just turn the heater on.
I have to say, pivoting is one of the top 5 things in my life that I am most thankful for.
Yes.
Think about it, people. No, don't think about it. Do it.
Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. I am a paraprofessional in Texas. The teacher will be out. Are we allowed to teach the kids?
Say it with me. No. Nope. Ooh, somebody sent me an ice cream cone. Thank you.
Put it on your heated blanket.
I'm having to eat these Smarties because it's been Monday, and the things that were said to me in meetings today sucked out my brainwaves. So I have to put them.
Send them some Smarties.
Yeah, so if you ate Smarties, it returns all of that was taken from you when you were robbed in the IEP meeting.
It fills your bucket. Okay, I get it. What if your district is making you stay on the same skill that Gen Ed is and not foundational skills?
But well, that wouldn't be appropriate in this class setting you're in.
Our middle school and high school doesn't have self-contained or direct classrooms. Thoughts?
They have to have it somewhere. Is it at the next high school? And they have to provide it in the district.
I have a read meeting tomorrow after fighting for a retest. Wish me luck.
Good luck. And have your questions comments or concerns written down.
Yes. What's on sale at Talbot's?
Everything. Everything's 50% off. Don't you love how Black Friday started 2 months before Black Friday, and then Black Friday's over, but it's Cyber Monday, but then they'll extend it for the rest of the week? Yeah.
Yes.
I might have a couple of items in my cart as we speak.
And do you always get the little message that says, "Did you forget about us? You have something in your cart."
I do get that message. I got it this morning from Too Faced, from Land's End, and Talbot's. But I got my Too Faced. Because if you're going to be in an IEP meeting, you need both of your faces.
How do we sign up to host a training?
Yeah, so you just reach out to our team and we'll get you the person that's booking them nationally. And they will get you on the schedule. Is that a word? Schedule?
It is now.
Yeah. As a reading teacher, was that phonetically correct?
If you're in a different continent, yes, across on, they do say schedule.
Schedule.
Let's see. Here we go. My son is having behaviors clearly triggered by ESL. He's 7 years old and still doesn't know his letter sounds. Thoughts?
Then we need to address that behavior, right? That's primacy. We have to address that first so we can build on other things. I'd probably get a new FBA and maybe new psychological testing for consideration of all eligibilities. Somebody said, how long is the Epic IEP training? So the 2-day training is all day Saturday and all day Sunday. You get the recordings. The Epic IEP Academy, which is weekly training, which is a live professional development, is an hour every Monday night, or an hour and a half, or an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah.
So Victoria wants you to come to Corinth, New York, as stated by Stephanie earlier. So maybe Victoria can host us.
Victoria, I'm happy to come to Corinth. I just need to be near someplace where I can get a sweatshirt and some salt and pepper shakers.
And copious amounts of heat.
Yes. I am the heat.
Oh, yes, ma'am, you are. I am the one who asked the one-to-one question. They switched me up for someone else. Is that wrong?
No, as long as somebody's delivering it. Yeah. And somebody said you need to be a teacher to be an advocate. Nope. You need to be a human with a pulse that's teachable, loves large groups of people, and can learn and follow the federal law. So we can train anybody to be an advocate. I'm not a teacher. I'm not a college dropout. I'm just awesome sauce. So if you are awesome sauce, we can train you to be an advocate. If you are not awesome sauce, may the peace be with you.
And also with you.
And also.
How do you get your questions answered?
You could put them in the comments below. It has such few characters that we can't put long comments, but we answer as many as we can. If you need representation, you can reach out to us at specialeducationacademy.com. We have an intake form, and we'll get you assigned to one of our partners.
I'm confused. Are the bonuses out yet?
They're out. Yep. They're pre-order bonuses.
Okay. Let's see. I'm curious to know who everyone here is. Do we all work in education, or is it parents? Is this specific to certain audiences?
This is specific to people that are serving or parenting kids with disabilities.
No SPED teacher for 12 weeks, 360 hours. The DOE gave only 50, didn't file, and they emailed P4.
So here's the thing. Compensatory time has to be done by the disabled student. So we don't want to punish them for what adults didn't do. So we look at a compensatory package that would return the student back to where they would have been had the IDA violation not occurred. It's rarely going to be minute for minute.
Thoughts about at what point is a child with an IEP able to disrupt a general education classroom multiple times a day and not be sent home? How do we handle this?
So that's not a kid problem. That's a leadership problem. This is a leadership problem. Your leadership knows what needs to be done. They're not doing it. And so we make this imaginary thing where it's a disabled child's fault. We can provide that student a free and appropriate public education in an appropriate setting, your leadership chooses to let that situation go on. It has nothing to do with the disabled child.
I'm a little confused. Should I have received an email about the bonuses if I purchased the book?
If you come back to us and give us your information at the epiciep.com, it has a place to put in your information, and then that releases the bonuses.
What is the data the school should be using, and what do they do when they can't provide it to the parent?
I don't know what they do when they can't provide it to the parent. I know what I do. I have them go and collect it.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you become an advocate? I believe that was
You train with us at Special Education Academy.
I just ordered my book. 3 individual people wanted to let you know.
Yay. That means you're going to be an Epic IEPer. What do you do for a living? I'm an IEPer. Not a fiddler, a peer, but I'll be here all night. I know you missed me terribly, Cindy, right? Was it just so sad not seeing Steph and Rach?
Yes.
Yeah, stuck
100%.
with the family. Family, they're like friends, but stickier.
Yeah.
Did you need a lot of
you know
like
what?
hand whaps?
I have all of our pictures on my screen phone saver.
So, my friends. Yeah.
Can you get out of special education like a revoke?
I mean, the parents can revoke consent for special education related services. Sure.
What are your thoughts about not testing my child for 3 years and they said that was fine?
Well, it's legal to not test them if we agreed at a reevaluation meeting that no new testing is needed.
We only have a resource room. It is very small district, so no direct or self-contained. Thoughts?
You have to provide a continuum of places, 300.115, which include everything from general ed to the juvenile justice system. So it's under the you gotta section. That's what they need to change to the law. You gotta and you stoppa. Those would be the 2 sections. You gotta and you stoppa. Maybe when we reauthorize IDEA, we'll have simple section. Hey, you, do this, don't do that. You know, like the books that say, eat this, don't eat that.
Yes.
This is you. Stop it. Yeah, like something like that.
Yes. What can a parent request as evidence of therapy being provided to their child at school?
Weekly data collection sheets. And I would just say, when you are working with Rachel on her speech goal once a week, tell me what that looks like. When you're working with Stephanie on her math computation goal once a week, tell me what that looks like. And if they say, huh? There you go.
What is the data the school should be using? Oh, well, that was a re-asking. Please explain about testing when a kid has been in the district for 2 years but needs 6 weeks of data.
Says who? Who says that? Somebody with their pants on fire. That's who says that. It's not true. When a district tells you they have to do something, I would say, please provide that to me in a prior written notice by close of business.
My child has an IEP. He has had behavioral issues, but now he's stable. They want to put him in special what? Special school. Thoughts?
Tell me again.
My child has an IEP. He has behavioral issues, but now he's stable. And they still want to put him in a special school. Thoughts?
So when you say he's stable, how long has he not exhibited those behaviors?
Good question. It's billionaire Irene if it comes in on the bottom.
A billionaire. I like that. We need to be friends with Irene. Irene needs to bring us in to her billionaire ballroom.
Please. I just got my 504. What should I do if a teacher doesn't follow and the principal doesn't care?
I would say, when can we expect you to start following the IEP, Miss Teacher? And then based upon her answer, I would file a federal complaint with the U.S. Department of Education Office of Civil Rights. Or if she said, I'd be happy to start doing it tomorrow, Fantastic. Then my next question would be milk or dark chocolate?
Do we have to pick one? Can we have both?
No, cannot have both, ma'am. I'm milk.
Okay.
I'm
Then
milk.
dark. Oh, dark.
Milk.
Is it too late to have a 17-year-old put on an IEP?
It's not about it being too late. It's about, is there a meaningful benefit?
What are your feelings about using AI to complete IEPs as long as they're individualized?
When AI is predicated on what you say to it to describe a situation, I mean, if you're good enough to make the prompts in AI, then yeah. Did you guys see the chat that I sent y'all? I need y'all to take care of that.
Okay. Got it. Is it okay to reduce is it okay to reduce to a half a day for a 3-year-old in pre-K with an IEP because of behavioral concerns?
I mean, 3-year-olds shouldn't be going more than a half day anyway. That's probably why you have behavioral concerns. Somebody said, any complaints in West Virginia? That's interesting that you said that, Miss Ferg, to you. We're about to have one.
Go. Alrighty. That is taken care of. Happy holidays. We want you to know how much we are thankful for you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm thankful for you right back.
Thoughts. Can't utilize SETS, SETSS hours approved. No provider available. Who can help me find one?
I'm not really sure what that acronym means. Special education. So it's the obligation of the district to provide special ed. So require them to do that.
Let's see. With the current administration, has there been any delay in investigating OCR complaints now? Can we put them in?
OCR is as slow as it's always been. It was slow. It continues to be slow. But, interesting that you asked me that, love. Hold on. Hold on. I have it right here somewhere. Or I read it to my team today. Tell them I read it to y'all. Say she read it to us.
She read it to us.
Thank you. Yeah, we now have somebody is in charge of OSERs and OSEP and OCR. So hopefully we get that gap fixed between IDEA and civil rights. We'll be cranking along. Somebody said they're thinking about becoming an advocate. Come on! There's 8.5 million children in America that have an IEP. Every one of those families need an advocate. If I trained 1,000 people every weekend, we would never have enough advocates. So all you need is a good heart, knowledge, and an Ethernet cord. It takes the ether and the net, and they're one accord. So today I was in, where was I today? I was in the great Florida, right? The great Kentucky, the great Texas, all here.
In Connecticut. Weren't you in Connecticut?
My thoughts were in Connecticut.
I
thought about it.
You thought about it. Is it normal that a district cannot handle an ASD and apraxia child for 1 hour a day?
No. Stephanie, will you see if Angie can jump on and give us her information in the comments? Because people are asking. So we're having events in Kentucky that have already been booked. So if you would like to come to those public events, we can get you in connection with her. I would just like to pretend that I remember her email address, but it's Angie at sizzleinkentucky.com or something like that. I don't know. Probably not that.
IEP parent lifeline. No.
It's something. Yeah.
Okay.
But she's using a specific one for this.
Got it. To receive services, does the mom and dad have to sign the eligibility paperwork?
Just one person does. We just need one parent to be on board.
Angie says she's on.
Okay, Angie! Will you tell Kelsey and everybody else in Kentucky how to reach out to you? Is that what y'all say? Kentucky? I can say that my cousins are all from Louisville. And you have to say it like that. Like, Louisville. You can't just say Louisville. You have to say Louisville. Yes, come to my events. They are amazing. Now, to come to the event, it is ticketed, and you'll have to wear pantyhose. But, you can just keep them in your purse. That's where Cindy keeps hers, just in case. Oh, somebody said Kentuck. We just say Kentuck. Oh, Robin, you're so funny.
And Karen's tall.
I'm very tall. I'm tall in person. People are shocked. I mean, I'm not like it on the WNBA, but I am tall.
Yes. Yeah. Let's see.
And I do really good at coming across your front lawn. So if anybody has a lawn that you would like me to cross, then I can bless it. We could like put some spray paint down. And then you could say in your designated area, say, Karen was here.
I didn't want to mow my lawn after that, and the HOA got on me. Let's see. My daughter is on an IEP, but there's not enough teachers in my area. What do I do?
Ask the district how they're going to rectify the failure of delivering a free, appropriate public education to your child.
Is a speech and behavior IEP usually always result in an isolated special education class?
No. I mean, you could have ADHD and you have a behavior goal. I mean, behaviors are behaviors. It doesn't mean you can't be with your non-disabled peers. Ooh, somebody's name is Hey Pookie. I like that. Somebody today sent me an email. They were very grateful, and they said, I'm not saying this because of hyperbole. I didn't know what the word was. I was like, hyperbole? Oh, hyperbole. I'm like, I'm going to use that. You're hyperboleing me in this present level. I'm not going to have it. I mean, how do you use it? I don't even know how to use it. Rachel will give me the information from Vanderbilt. I will not put up with your hyperbole in Kentucky.
You ever watch the subtitles on a TV show and you're like, oh, that's how they spell it. Okay. My daughter, thank you for all that you do.
Oh, thank y'all.
Is it true that if you're above grade level in reading, you can't have a math test read to you?
Well, you wouldn't have a need for it, so if you're above grade level in reading, you're above grade level in reading.
I'm a new SPED teacher, and I'm thinking more about becoming an advocate. Where can I get more info?
SpecialEducationAcademy.com.
My son has ADHD, but has a 504 and a lot of behaviors at school. What can I do to help?
I mean, you should work with the school to see if we can, collaborate in ways to teach him skills to self-manage his disability.
My 13-year-old is failing subjects. He has ADHD. His teacher is constantly complaining he is distracted, and the school is not being helpful. What do I do?
So he's not distracted. He's exhibiting characteristics of his known disability. So since we know that, we're required to teach him strategies to self-manage his known disability. I'm always stunned when people say, he's not paying attention. Correct. ADHD diagnosis means that you are, in fact, not paying attention. Tell them what they've won, Bob. What did they win, Rachel? A non-distracted, trophy. They're distracted. No kidding. You're kidding. They have ADHD and they're distracted? Wonder when that started.
The IEP Queen would like to ask the special education boss, how did you become an advocate?
Baptism by fire. I was forced to. It was a hostage situation. In the 90s when I was young and still had a thyroid, sent my son across school to start special education, and the amazing special education teacher did something horrible. Thyroid, sent my son across school to start special education, and the amazing special education teacher did something horrible. And then she did it again in 4 months, and I said, welcome to the jungle.
Would my master's and... Oh, sorry.
I was just talking. It's okay, Cindy. She's been out of practice for a couple weeks. She's crossed state lines, It's okay, Cindy. I know you've had a lot of family, like the PH. She put the dysfunctional in family, didn't you? Was it mostly dis or was it mostly fun?
I'd say dis.
It was dysfunctional.
Yes. Would my master's in education help me to become an advocate?
Absolutely. Any knowledge that you have to serve kiddos is always going to help you to be awesome sauce.
We want to know, inquiring minds want to know, how do we get people to realize more goals isn't always better or needed?
Well, you take a clipboard and pop them in the head. That should help them understand that. So we write goals based upon critical needs, not every need, right? So what are the critical needs of this child in this content area or this educational need?
Are we replacing pool noodles with clipboards?
I feel like in the summer, you know,
Okay.
because they have on, you know, coats and hats, so it'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
So we're
it's not an expensive clipboard. They're like the ones from the Dollar Tree. So they probably will break before they would hurt anybody. But sometimes you have to go, snap out of it. Have you ever done that, Rachel, in person? You've yelled at somebody, snap out of it. Just in her mind, not out loud.
Maybe the window was rolled up.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm a parent of 4 kids that are on an IEP and one on a 504. I will be looking into advocate training.
Come on. We would love to train you. Parents are rock stars.
They are. How often should a 3-year evaluation take place if they say that it doesn't need to happen?
Every 3 years. Is this a trick question? How often should a 3-year evaluation occur? Every 3 years? Thanks, you guys, for the gifts.
5-year para here in Oklahoma. First 2 years, severely profound room, and now in the 5th and 6th grade for resource room. Thank you for all that you've taught me.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for serving kiddos.
What does it mean when a program director in a BCBA is attending upcoming IEP meetings?
They're worried that the staff is not going to be able to handle the questions from the parent or the advocate.
Any suggestions for learning special education law deeply?
SpecialEducationAcademy.com. We are the deeply learning leaders. DLL.
What are legal ways to prevent elopement?
Teaching us trial strategies to self-manage their disability. Make sure that you have a robust FBA that then is crafted and curated into an amazing behavior intervention plan and set up parameters for that student to be successful. I'm in the state of Texas.
Because it's one of the biggest states that can contain you.
It contained my hairdo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Are educational goals needed for an IEP if they have behavior and education accommodations?
Behavior is an educational need. So anything that happens during the instructional day is an educational need. From academics to behaviors to walking, talking, dressing, eating, communicating, all of those things are educational needs.
What should I do as the parent if my kindergartner is being allowed to elope suddenly for hours without shoes in the cold?
What? For hours? I would call the local news station. What are you talking about? Like a kindergartner's just gone for hours, where they just go down to the quick stop, get themselves a Slurpee and head back with a hot dog and a bag of Fritos.
Let's hope it happens in Florida instead of Maine.
Somebody asked do I have an advocate program you'd recommend? I do. It's called Special Education Academy. It's ridiculously amazing.
Yes. What if the district puts severe autism under the school eligibility, but my son's medical diagnosis is level 1?
So I don't know where we got levels, severe, 1, 2, 3, 7, 12, mild, moderate, extra spicy, lemon pepper rub. It's just the name of the eligibility, right? So you have an autism eligibility. But based upon the acuity of that, you might need a higher level of support.
Help. If one parent signs the initial consent for services and then the other parent revokes the IEP, what happens?
The parent that agrees with the school is the winner. Somebody said, "Hey lady, you've taught me more about special ed law and process than my school and my teacher prep." Thank you.
Truth.
Truth.
That's
With
the
2 F's.
cold, hard truth.
The truth.
I would love to come to one of your events. I can't wait to hear all the places.
Yeah, so when we get the schedule started, we'll have a running, where's Karen? Not where's Waldo. And so you can come out and see me. Reach out, touch me. Maybe not that, but you know, the usual things.
Wouldn't that be the best? A whole bunch of blazers, and then you have to find Karen within the blazers?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. The OT was out for a week and said is not obligated to tell me that. How do I find out when they're out?
They have to be ethical and tell you. Somebody said, am I coming to Maine? I am coming to all the host city locations. So if you would like to host us, reach out to our team and we'll get connected to the national liaison of hostage. We can get a blonde wigs and wear blazers. I like it, Kelsey. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Can students with aggressive behaviors and an IEP get a referral for hitting another student?
Yeah. That's a violation of the Student Code of Conduct. So Chelsea says, how can I go about getting an advocate as soon as possible? I'm in California. Just reach out to us at specialeducationacademy.com. There's an intake form and we'll get you assigned to one of our partner advocates.
Truancy court for a child with ASD in school is avoiding it. What should I bring to court? I'm in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. A jacket. That's what you should bring to court in Wisconsin. You should bring all their documentation that supports the acuity of their disability.
I'm sorry, it jumped. What if you have 2 students with aggressive behaviors, each with an IEP? Can they both get referrals?
We can all get out. 20 people can get a referral. It depends on what happened. It depends on the context. It depends on the acuity. It depends on the characteristics of their disability. Is your profile picture AI? No. If it was, it would look way better than that.
I always said it looks so perfect that it looks fake.
Yeah. I've been practicing staring at a mirror for a long time. A very long time.
Should a 3-year evaluation be a full evaluation, or can they be a read evaluation?
So a read is required to do a consideration of 3 years of reevaluation. So we go over all areas and talk about, is there a need in that area? So you can test in all, you can test in some, you can test in none, whatever the district agrees to. Somebody said, who's that voice? I think they're talking about you, Cindy. Cindy is one of our amazing parent partner advocates, and she's the best question asker when she's not traveling with her favorite family. Oh, somebody said they passed the 5355 because of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh,
yay!
I love the 5355. I like it.
How do you feel about a student that does not qualify for SPED per testing, but he is sitting in special education?
How do I feel about it? Well, it's illegal. So I don't have feelings, I have facts. So if he's sitting in special education, probably there's a need. So let's go ahead and make him eligible for special education. 300.111D says that we don't have to list a child by their disability as long as we know as a committee the student has a disability, is in need of special education and related services.
My son with ASD, high functioning, but has behaviors, keeps getting sent home from school for behavior. What advice do you have for me?
Every time they send him home, I would just email back and say, this is day 1 of a school suspension because the district's unable to provide him a free appropriate public education. Bloop. And you do that at the end. Bloop. When you do that noise, they know that you're serious or you're from Georgia.
Would you recommend a separate classroom for a child with ADHD instead of general ed if they're very distracted?
I would recommend another setting than general ed if general ed's not successful.
I'm an SLP who always feels like I want to do more for these kiddos. Is advocating the next step for me?
It's the next right step immediately. Immediately, yes. We love SLPs. Nobody writes better goals than SLPs.
Truth. And they always have their data.
And their objectives, and benchmarks.
Yes. When a child is reevaluated on their IEP, does what was previously worked on get removed?
I mean, the IEP, the annual IEP, is going to talk about the last 36 instructional weeks and then what we plan to do for the next 36 instructional weeks.
A child has a 504 for selective mutism. Oh, it jumped. Oh, come back.
Well, you shouldn't have a 504 for selective mutism. That's a speech eligibility.
Yep, and there we go. Can I have an accommodation of an aide on dropping her off at school?
You need an IEP first, but I don't know why she would need an aide to drop her off at school. But, I mean, you can certainly put that in the PCS, personal care supplement, in the IEP.
And it is 6:44 your
Yes,
time?
I'll take one question because I have to make an important phone call.
Okay.
I like a phone call.
Yes. Can a parent request therapy notes from the DOE for their child?
Yeah, you can request anything, any records that are kept or maintained in the educating of your students. So remember, go get the Epic IEP because your Epic comes out next month. You get pre-order bonuses, and remember, we get it right for time, we get it right for everybody. We'll see you guys in the next training. If I can. Next training. If I can. Hit subscribe, share this with a friend, and you know what? Meet me back here every single week. We're not just talking about change, we're making it. Because when you know better, you do better. And when we get it right for the child, we get it right for everybody.